There is no breath of wind. There is no breath of wind, no whisper, no breeze, and the river is running as green as verdigris, poppling with raindrops. There's no way to capture this, not in word or wish, not in photograph or painting. If I sing or write down musical notes on virgin paper, it'll be too late, already in the past, irretrievable. These are precious moments caught on the retina and absorbed into blood and skin. That is all. There is no hint of hush or sough, no leaf trembles on plant or bush or budding twig, and the rain has all but stopped, save for scattered droplets making ripples in sky-cast puddles. No, there is no way to capture this, but in blood and skin alone, as skin becomes dust, to be reborn in leaf or twig or human bone. I walk quietly. I walk quietly, lest my feet leave prints upon the floor. I breathe quietly, lest my breath condense into vapour. I whisper quietly, lest my words gather weight and fall heavy. I move slowly, like a mime artist, emphasising every shape my body makes. It is dark here. Night falls with inevitable regularity, and my hands seek solace and connection. Touch means life, vitality. Yet, as my fingers meet your absence, I yearn for the soft flesh of your forearm and the cast of your sea-blue eyes. I yearn for the swirling pattern of our fingerprints to meld into one. I walk quietly, speak softly, breathe gently. It is dark here. Night falls so callously in your absence. It was a gentle parting. He said, I was sitting on the seabed, alone and in silence, but for the reassuring beat of my heart and the ebb and flow of my breath. Can you believe that? Alone, upon the seabed in the midst of a swaying kelp forest. I watched him whilst he spoke. I saw the faraway look in his eyes, those dear familiar eyes, blue on blue, summer or winter. His speech, though comprehensible, was somehow muffled as if he had pebbles in his mouth. His skin and hair were wet, salt glistening. He was naked. I want to go back, he said. I want to stay there in that place of silence, save for the reassuring beat of my heart, the ebb and flow of my breath. He turned to leave, but quickly bent down to kiss me, and there, in the creases of his neck, I saw fledgling gills. He stroked my face with such tenderness, and I could see that his fingers were webbed, and his beautiful feet the same. He smiled at me and walked away, down across the shoreline and into the sea. It was a gentle parting. Kiss. If they shop in that small street, they might stop, albeit briefly, and they might kiss. A short, sweet, full of affection kiss, because they can, so they will. They might move on from the spot, hands holding each other's, and maybe someone might notice the not young couple who paused in the busy thoroughfare to share an affectionate meeting of lips, as if they needed that degree of intimacy to remind them. The shoal. It is not quiet this morning. The terns and black-headed gulls are in wild competition, wheeling and diving, screeching, raucous. They flit low over the water, hover like flies, then plunge, fearless arrows spearing fish on honed beaks, to emerge at speed, wet dripping, to rise into the sky, gullets gulping. Beneath the surface, the invisible shoal swims on, twisting and turning, darting and sweeping, shimmering silver flashes. I wonder, do they hear the cacophonous flock that follows, an errant shadow that piecemeal shatters to consume them? Masks. My mummy doesn't have a nose like mine, and she doesn't have a mouth like mine. She doesn't have cheeks or dimples, and she doesn't have a chin. My mummy has a flat face, and my daddy has a flat face as well. All big people have flat faces. Daddy's is mostly grey or blue and sometimes white. Mummy's changes all the time. Sometimes she has a flowery face, sometimes a fishy one, and sometimes just birds. Sometimes she just has different colours. I like the blue face and the pink face best, but I like the birds and the flowers and the fish too. In my story, the mummy kisses her little girl goodnight. She kisses her with lips soft and gentle, and the mummy's breath is warm on the little girl's face. My mummy kisses me with her eyelashes. She says they are butterfly kisses. When you have a flat face and no nose and no lips and no cheeks and no chin, you can't do story kisses and warm breath on your little girl's face. But I love my mummy's butterfly kisses. I love my mummy's flat face. I love my mummy. Mummy says, when I'm older, I will have a flat face too. I wonder what will happen to my nose and lips and cheeks and chin. Homeless. At his back, the wall. Above his bowed head, the heavens. Beneath his backside, cold, hard concrete, and beneath the soles of his broken shoes, the same. Beneath his clasped hands, not clasped in prayer, the bony extrusions of his knees. Beside him, the mongrel dog. Before him, movement, the passage of life. Invisibility, cast without dignity.